Hi, Alyssa. So, what brings you into career counseling today?
I'm just feeling really stuck where I am right now. I have no idea where I want to go in my life. I just graduated college, so I just don't know. I don't know. I majored in liberal arts, but nothing like specific, and I'm not like dying to go into any field like a lot of my friends are like, oh, I can't wait to be in marketing and this, and I'm just like, I don't really know exactly.
Okay, so you did liberal arts. You took a lot of different classes, I'm assuming. None of them really stood out to you too much?
No. Like, I noticed all my roommates and stuff were really excited about the stuff they were learning. When they found the thing they wanted to do, it was like, I love this. And I was just like, I'll try and get an A. Nothing really made me feel passionate about anything.
Okay. But you were able to graduate even though you weren't too interested in any of the topics?
Yeah.
Okay. So, it sounds to me that you have a lot of options open to you still, even though you do have your 4-year degree, which is very helpful. So let's start with an activity maybe where you list some role models in your life. They can be famous people, they can be people in your family, anybody who you can list characteristics that you like about them.
Okay. How many do you want?
Let's do 3.
Okay. So,
And I think that it would be helpful for you to write their occupation.
Okay.
And certain qualities about them that stand out to you.
Okay. I think I got it.
Okay. So do you want to tell me about the 3 people that you picked?
Yeah. The first one I picked is my oldest sister, Sam. She's a state trooper, and she's just really financially stable right now. Like, she just bought a house on her own. She drives a really nice car. She just bought a Mercedes. And then my other sister, Jamie, is a lawyer. She's a defense attorney. So she just always has the most interesting stories. Like, the way she just gets to help people, it's very different than the trooper, where she's not arresting them and those kind of stories. It's a little bit deeper, I think, into the person, and it's just really cool to hear all the stuff she has and how interested she is in it.
Yeah.
And then third, I put my other sister, Krista, and she's an EMT right now for the FDNY, and she's not as financially stable as the other 2. Like, she still lives at home, but she's so satisfied with her job. Like, she's just always happy, in a good mood. Like, she just is genuinely doing what she likes and gets to help people who really need her help.
Okay. So you mentioned a few things that stand out to me hearing you talk about it. So you're talking about your 3 sisters, Sam, Jamie, and Krista. And they're actually all females in male-dominated occupations, right?
Yeah, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, being a trooper, a lawyer, an EMT, especially in the FDNY, those are definitely male gender populated. You know, they dominate the field. So do you think that has anything to do with why they might be your role models?
Yeah. I mean, I really admire they're not even in positions of power, but people always admire them because, for some reason, I guess that explains it, because you don't hear too many female troopers or defense attorneys, especially being women, and EMTs, you're not expecting to, like, have a woman carry you down the stairs on a stretcher or things like that.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, it sounds like you feel pretty stuck and lost right now. So, do you think in your own career that you would like to do something that is in a male-dominated field to give you that sense of power?
Yeah, I think so. I would like just that differentiation, I guess you could say, where I just stand out in some way, where it's something people maybe wouldn't necessarily expect you to do.
Okay, so standing out. We'll write that down as something that is important to you in your career.
Okay.
Now, another thing is the financial status with the jobs that you're writing about. So Sam, the trooper, is financially stable. She has her own house. She bought herself a nice car. Jamie has great stories, and correct me if I'm wrong, as a defense lawyer, she is or is not financially stable?
She's definitely going to be. She just graduated law school, so she's dealing with just starting to pay her loans back, but she's definitely comfortable. Like, whenever I go visit her, she pays for everything, so that's something I like, too, where even though she has this mass amount of loans on her lap, she's not worried about it at all. She's just comfortable knowing she will be able to pay it off.
Yeah. So she's not too worried about paying that off in the future,
no.
knowing that she'll be a defense lawyer. And now let's look at Krista. She's an EMT. You were saying that she's very satisfied in her job, but sometimes she has some financial struggles. Does Krista stand out to you in a certain way because of her financial status?
Yeah. I don't like the fact that she lives at home still. Like, she's older than Jamie. But so Jamie's her younger sister, and she's out living on her own, while Krista's still home. Like, she has a job that she really likes, but is that enough? Like, is she ever going to leave? I definitely admire her for being so, like, proud of her job and genuinely happy in what she does. But I worry about her in the sense of her future, and if she ever wants to have kids, how is she going to support them? Is it going to be a constant struggle for her?
So it sounds like in your future career, personally, you would want to be independent, and you wouldn't want to have to worry, like Krista might be, about her future in terms of financial stability.
Yeah.
Does that sound right?
Exactly.
Okay. So can you think of something else? So far we have that you want to stand out in the crowd, in a sense, in your occupation, where you could be a female in a male-dominated occupation, and you want to be independent, especially in terms of finances. Can you think of another theme that would be important for you in your future career?
Yeah, I think I like the fact that they all get to help people in one way or another. Like, being a trooper, you might not always be viewed as, like, a helper, but in general, I think they are. They're really just helping keep communities safe and just, in general, protecting people. And Jamie, as the lawyer, is working with people and helping these people get through whatever they're going through. And the EMT helps people in a more obvious way, like a medical way.
Yeah. So I think overall, these people help people, you know, long term. An EMT can save somebody's life. A trooper, they can, you know, help somebody with their safety. And even a defense lawyer, like you said, they can change somebody's life too, if they're convicted, not convicted. So helping, being independent, and standing out are very important to you. Now, can you think of any careers specifically that you think that you'd be interested in based on those characteristics?
I can't think of any careers that would, like, get all three of those characteristics. And, like, did I major in the wrong major? Was it not right for me? Like business wouldn't be right, even though that is a male dominant, financially stable. I'm not really helping anyone. Or if I were to become an EMT, I'm not financially stable. I just feel like I can't think of any careers that would satisfy all three of my needs.
Okay. So let's talk about your major, liberal arts. That's a very broad major, right? So have you done any research, you know, with occupations that would accept a person with their bachelor's in liberal arts?
Not really, no. Right before graduating, I met with my advisor and we talked a little bit, but it was mostly about if I wanted to go to grad school and if I had set plans, and she was basically just like, well, you should probably start looking. And just I didn't get any, I was like, okay, like I don't know where to look or how to find jobs. So
you're having a problem with the exploration process, it sounds like.
Yeah, I think so. And I didn't, realize that these are the three things that I wanted. I just felt kind of lost. So I didn't even know what to look up.
Yeah, well, it's definitely helpful to know what you're interested in. So it's going to be hard for you to Google things like jobs that will make me stand out, or jobs that will make me feel financially independent, or jobs for helping individuals. And your biggest thing, it sounds like, is incorporating these three things together. So I actually have a test that I think would be really helpful for you. So we won't have you do it now, but this is definitely something that I think would be helpful for you to do, before our next session. So this is the Myers-Briggs type indicator, and this is going to ask you tons of different questions, and the purpose is to help you find career choices that are relevant to your own personal characteristics. So they're going to ask questions that can help you figure out where you like to focus your attention, the way that you take in information, the way that you make decisions, and how you deal with the outer world. So there's different options. You can be extroverted, introverted, sensing, be more intuitive. So the purpose of this is to kind of give you an idea, based on their algorithms and things like that, what careers apply to your personal interests. So right now you're looking at standing out, being independent, and financially stable. So hopefully these test results will reflect that, but if not, which could also happen, maybe it'll open up some new perspective for you.
Yeah.
So as you can see, this is just an example test, but at the end here, they propose different careers based on the results. So I think that this will be helpful for you because you are feeling a bit lost right now. You feel stuck. You do have your bachelor's in liberal arts, though, which is definitely, an upper hand, and you should be really proud of that. And I think that it was a smart decision for you to go into liberal arts because you really weren't sure what you wanted to do. So right now you have this broad, strong foundation, and it's just a matter of exploring your options. So does this test sound like something that you would be interested in doing, and then we can talk about the results next session?
I think definitely, because now talking to you, I realized my whole problem was what you said, my exploring. I didn't know where to start or what I was even looking for. So to have a test that can help me find interesting, I'm not dead set on those interests. I'm pretty open right now. So learning about things that I could be interested in that I may not even realize, that might not just be right in front of my face. So I think that would be something interesting. And then finding careers that link to it, I'm really interested in, because that was also a big part for me, was trying to find something that I felt passionate about.
Exactly. So you could be looking over your results and some things could really stick out at you, or maybe it'll make you realize that some things maybe you're not so interested in. So I think that this will be useful in helping you narrow things down. And then you can go even more into exploring and putting yourself out there, getting, real life experience. But for now, I think that definitely it'd be helpful for you to narrow down your options. So I'm going to email you a link to take this, and then we'll talk about the results next time. Does that sound good?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Okay, good. So before you go, I just want to summarize a little bit about what we talked about, and because you have, a few things to do before the next time we meet. So you're talking about your three sisters, Sam, Jamie, and Krista. They're all in the helping field. Two of the three are financially stable, which is something that sticks out to you as being positive. And a big thing that stood out to me listening to you was that your three sisters are in male-dominated fields. And to you, that sounds empowering, right? Yeah. So I think that that's something that you might want to focus on. You find it to be prestigious to stick out and to stand out in your career. And you're hoping to find something that will kind of mesh those three things together.
Yeah.
So the main thing that we're going to do now is we're going to explore together, and then we'll try and narrow down the choices and then see what you can start practicing in real life. Okay?
Okay.
Sound good?
Thank you.
All right. I'll see you next week.